My wife,
Adi Vadya is came before you. I have no words to describe my joy. I am only sorry that people have no sense of understanding this great music that is in our country. If they listen to this music, they have no diseases, no heart attacks, nothing. This is absolutely divine. And people should take it in such a way that it's a blessing of God that we have such great artists in our country existing. My heart pines to see such great artists not being properly recognized, appreciated and worshipped. I'm sure one day will come and they will go all over the world and play this beautiful praise of Saraswati. We must know that the only way we can keep healthy is through our music, our talas, our dancing. This is the blessing of our ancient gurus, and we should not try to go to these adhovati people of the West and spoil ourselves. On the contrary, they will appreciate it 1,000 times more than we can appreciate. May God bless them all and bless you all that you are appreciating. It's tremendous. I have no words to express. The greatest joy I have felt today with this beautiful music rendering. May God bless you all.
Let's all take Bandhan and raise our Kundalini. Take Sri Ganesha's mantra 3 times. Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Shri Say Shri Gauri Sakshat Shri Kundalini. One time. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gauri Sakshat Shri Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Shri Nirvichara 3 times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvichara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvichara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvichara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Mother's 3 mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunaatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swami Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo
So now we are coming to the end of our first half two. Now we have to look back upon ourselves and try to find out what have we achieved out of this. We must understand that Sahaja Yoga is not done through brain activity. Like many people think that if you just tell yourself you have to be like this, it will work. If you have to all the time inform yourself that oh, you must get rid of a particular problem in your life. Or some people think that if they tell somebody that this is wrong with you and you should get well, it will be alright. It is not so. Because Sahaja Yoga does not work on mental level. It works on spiritual level, which is a much higher level than the mental level. So what you have to do is to understand how to correct your chakras. And you must understand how to work out your machines. Perhaps people still live on mental level and try to solve problems on mental level. And that's why all the problems start coming up. Now, if you have a problem with any chakra, or there is anything catching, or you find that there's something wrong, no use working it out on any other level but spiritual. Some people believe that if they have dressed up like something, or if they outwardly behave like something, they become that. That is not. Like we have hippies in the West, and they think that they have become primitive. You do not become primitive by believing it, because you are so overdeveloped that you cannot become primitive. So by just doing something mentally, we do not become. Now this mental level can go even further in a subtler way into people. Some of you might feel that by knowing some of the artis and things by heart, you will achieve great result also, because that is also just words. But if that is an awakened thing within you, then they become a mantra. And then you can work it out. But first of all, you must achieve a certain standard to have that power to create the mantra. Also, when you say samadhi, it's not necessarily possible that it will work. Let us face the things as they are and not to be conditioned by anything. You have to achieve a certain depth within yourself to even enlighten the mantra. First of all, you should have clear-cut vibrations, minimum of minimum. If you have certain chakras catching, then try to improve your chakras with the photograph. With all due respect to the photograph. It's only the photograph which is going to work it out, nothing else. Or if I. But once you have achieved a certain state of enlightenment, then you can use mantras, otherwise also it will help. But first of all, your heart must be clear. I have found out in general there are two chakras overwhelmingly not working all right in most of the Western people. First is the heart. That means heart is not clear. That heart is not clean. That in the heart you still are a small person. In the heart you have not placed your mouth. You have to purify your heart by looking at the photograph and putting all loving feelings about your mother, understanding her work and putting her into your heart. If the heart is not clear, then everything has no meaning, because it is a dark heart which is doing all this. The heart has to be clean, absolutely surrendered, and must try to put me before everything else. I can tell you because we are all surgeons. I cannot say this to people who are not surgeons. Now we always try to relate Sahaja Yoga from our own terms, not from the terms that belong to God. God is what He is. He cannot change Himself. You have to change. So whatever we think about God, we want to put on that. For example, if someone thinks that he tries to be nice or good to me, or if he is close to me, so-called, and if he thinks he is organizing better or he is doing this work or that work, or anything else like that, where he feels that he is important because he is doing this job or that job, then one must know that all this is mental. Actually, you are doing nothing. Whenever you try to do something, you really confuse yourself or confuse me also. You have seen yesterday's example. I was sure that they had to go next, but nobody would listen to me and they rushed away and they found that the ticket spot for the next. This knowledge comes to you if you are clear-hearted. As yesterday I said, you better not come. I didn't know what was the situation there. I just said, don't come. Finished. Because I knew what was going to happen there. So this clear-cut idea comes to you when your heart is clear. But first of all, people do not understand that you have to work it through your heart and not through your brain. When we have to work out things through our brain, we try to develop our brain, isn't it? By memorizing, by practicing something, teaching our brain how to think, how to go this way, that way. We try to train our brain. Now we have to train our heart inside. And to train our heart inside yoga, one has to know first of all that it is enveloped either by ego or by super. The limbic area actually represents the heart. And if there is ego, heart will always be support. It will not be the real heart that will be working, but it's only mental projection. And you will feel that I am doing it from my heart. Now then, supposing what should we do if we have ego? You might say you should try to sort of tell yourself that that's not good and this and that and all kinds of mental suggestions or auto suggestions or this, the way psychiatrists know that give you suggestions. That's again mental. So that's not the way it is going to work. We must understand that for that what we have to do is to raise the left side and put it to the right. There's no other way. You have to just work it out with your hands. Your hands are working and not your brain. So use your hands and the methods of surgery. Now, everyone must have a regular sitting in the water every day. That's simple. Every morning you must do your meditation. Because on mental level, we feel we have been with mother, alright. This exposure is alright. You came, you saw how Indians are and how they are light on their feet and how they are good for surgery. But after seeing all that, you have to know that Sahaja Yoga is to be worked out. It is not to be thought of. You just cannot think about it. Whatever you may try to do through your thought, you cannot achieve any results in Sahaja Yoga. You have to use your hands, you have to use your feet, you have to soak your feet in the water because water is the ocean. All these 5 chakras, or say 6 chakras, which are, I say 5, because one is the Muladhara chakra, which is the 7th, and the topmost is the brain. So in between 5 chakras which are there are to be handled fully with the idea that they are basically made of matter. And these 5 elements constitute the body of these chakras. Now these chakras, if they are to be corrected, we have to correct them by taking out all the problems of these chakras into the elements from which they come. For example, a person who is a very right-sided person, so he has to give a balance by the left side. Of course, raising with the hand is alright, but what about the element? Right-sided person has all the elements which give heat. You can say the light, you can say the fire. So for people who are right-sided, the light is not going to help much. Like if you put the light before the photograph, and those who are ego-oriented people, if you just use the light, it's not going to work out. So what is going to work out is the Mother Earth and the water, which is good. Even ice is very helpful to people who are right-sided. So all cooling effects should be used for correcting your right side so that you cool it down. Same about food. In food, those who are right-sided people should take to foods which are left-sided, that is carbohydrates, means they should become partly vegetarians or quite a lot of vegetarians. And should eat things at the most like chicken, but not fishes, not seafoods, because they are all hot. That's how you treat your ethereal side of your chakra. Now the left-sided people should use again the Deepa, means the light or the fire, to correct their left side. Also in food, such people should take more nitrogenous, means protein and foods like that. They should take more proteins. Now, as far as Sahaja is concerned, the basic thing is Kundalini. And the Kundalini, as I have told you, is the pure desire. Again, listen to it carefully, pure desire. That means all other desires are impure. There is only one pure desire, and that is to be one with the divine, one with the Brahma, one with God. That's the only pure desire. All other desires are impure. So, train your mind gradually to achieve that desire as the main. If you train your mind in that fashion, then you can develop pure desire. So all other desires will negate gradually. Alright. Now this desire to be one with the divine is the purest and the highest. And to achieve that, what have you to do? To achieve that, you have to keep your mother pleased. Very simple. Adi Shankaracharya has said that you don't bother about it, just keep your mother pleased. You have to be a simple person, not try to be cunning with me or clever with me. I know everyone very well. Try to tell yourself that I should say things, I should behave in a manner that will please my mother. Supposing you are in Sahaja Yoga and you are doing wrong, it is not going to please me at all. So, how to please mother? That you should try to see for yourself. What kind of a thing pleases me the best? I am also a very simple person. So I want a simple-hearted person. Who is simple-hearted? For example, a person who tries to show off too much, tries to be always the first, or try to be always the sort of a cinema star. I don't like that. You have to be very quiet and extremely sharp about showing off yourself. Do I show off that I am Adishakti? I do. I live like you, absolutely like you. Do I try to show off? Then why should you try to show off to me? So that kind of a person is no. Secondly, you should not be tense with me. There is no need to be tense. If I find something wrong with you, if I scold you also, it's for your good. If I say a good word, it is for your good. My Sahaja Yoga works this way. I have no malice against anyone in the whole world, no malice at all. And no anger for anyone in this world. I have nothing but compassion. But in compassion, sometimes I have to scold, and in the same compassion, I have to speak in a very compassionate manner. So, both ways, it helps. It helps you both ways. So, thank God that you have somebody who will correct you at the right time for your good, because you are saints. And you have come on this earth to establish God's kingdom. That's what you have to do. And if you are the people who are not respected, who are not sensible, who haven't got the dignity, who behave in a cheapish way, how can people accept? So this heart chakra is to be first looked at. That with your heart, desire that you keep your mother pleased. Even if I am angry with you, don't feel bad. That's one of the signs that Sahaja Yoga has got it. If I scold you, it is because there is something in you which has to go away and which I must scold you. So accept it just as a correcting point that is good for you. Some sort of a thorn is within you which has to be taken out by another thorn, and mother has taken it. Once you start understanding the compassion of your mother, you will not mind. By saying anything to you, by correcting you, or by telling you that is because I have to do that. Those people who do not have a good heart, clean heart, cannot understand. They cannot understand. It's very difficult. So you keep your heart clean towards your mother. Whatever I do for you is just a blessing, always a blessing for you. Whatever I do for you is a blessing, remember that. Now another chakra which is horribly caught up with most of you is your Nabhi chakra, suggesting that you are still very, very materialistic. In small things also we are materialistic. It becomes subtler and subtler and subtler. So try to understand that matter is not so. Matter is just there to please each other, especially to please your mother. It has no other value whatsoever. So you should not try to be materialistic in the sense that, you see, for a little thing you have to do this, for a little thing you have to do that. Nothing is important. If it works out, well and good, and if it doesn't work out, well and good. So, you see, Nabhi chakra is very individualistic. Very individualistic. It is everybody's personal thing. If your desire is only up to Lakshmi point, that you want to have more money or you care for little things here and there, without any spiritual value to it, then your Lakshmi Tattva at the most might be available. But this Lakshmi Tattva has to become Mahalakshmi Tattva. That is for your ascent. And just to get it to that Mahalakshmi Tattva, what you have to do is to use all your material things and your material being in such a way that you please me. That is very important. So you should not do something that will not please. That's very important. Everybody must understand. I want you to understand that when you dress, Also, certain things I don't like at all, like disheveled hair, at all. That might be a fashion, whatever do, but I don't like. Always must be properly combed, properly done hair. These modern things you should do, of disheveled hair, because this is a sign of pakka boots coming in. If you have disheveled hair, the boots recognize the person and they get into such a person who has disheveled hair. So try to make your hair in a proper, see now Indians how they make their hair. Look at that, they all make their hair properly. Because I have nothing to do with your hair. I am not a hair styling person or anything. But if you do not have your hair properly combed and done, then definitely you are in for trouble. So take heed to these things. Then some people have a habit of being untidily dressed. That's also not a good thing. You have to be tidily dressed, clean and tidily dressed. Not because it is material, but it is very important that if it is not so, that kind of a material will attract all the badhas into. You must keep yourself clean and neat because these badhas should not enter. All these ideas that have come to the West have come from some satanic force. It doesn't look beautiful in any way, it doesn't look good for any spiritual person. We have to change our styles that will be appealing to the divine and not to the brutes. We don't want any brutes to come out. If you understand this simple fact, then you will start dressing up in a way that may not be modern, may not be ancient, whatever it is neat, clean, spick and span. Otherwise, also, if you see to the matter point more and more, though you are accumulating 1001 things which are plastic in temperament and nature, you should have few things which have a spiritual value. Not all extraordinary things that we try to have, because they have no spiritual value. So try not to accumulate all these nonsensical things to you. Gradually you will find you'll reduce. You go on reducing. You'll have simpler lives, better things, and spiritual things. Whatever you buy, see the vibrations and then buy. Otherwise just don't buy. Because all kinds of nonsensical books will be in your house and you will be in trouble. So whatever you want to buy, you must see on vibratory awareness. If you cannot understand, ask somebody else, a Sahaj Yogi, to help you. But don't go on buying things just because you think they are cheap or they are nice or good. So try to buy things which are vibration-wise are all right. And if it is not so, finish. It's nothing important. I must buy this, I have to go to Bombay to buy it. That's the wrong idea. Now, attention has to be inward all the time. I have seen that our attention is outward. Because of that, what we see outside is not good for vibrations. But if your attention is inside, you will not buy anything that is not good for vibration. Or you will not own something, you just throw away. But the attention is outside, and because of that, you just don't know how to teach. Nadi chakra has to be attended. For that, you don't have to think. You have to work it out. See which side of Nadi is catching. If the right side is catching, for you, sugar is the best. Sugar represents strength. Sugar means your also tongue should be sweet. You should talk sweetly. People think that if you talk sweetly to someone, then people will start thinking that you are good for nothing, or you are absolutely a meek person. You have to be meek. We have to be meek and humble. We must learn how to talk sweetly to each other. And if you do not understand how to speak, then take more sugar, vibrated sugar. That will make your tongue sweeter and sweeter. and your ideas will be sweeter about another person than harsh and criticize. So for the right-sided people, sugar is suggested. For the left-sided people, salt. Left-sided people should take salt more, and with salt they can solve many problems, because salt gives them a personality, a composer by which they can express themselves in a way which is dignified and so not very lethargic. So the speed of your talks or behavior or everything should be in the center. It should not be lethargic, nor should be too quick and fast and hectic. So you will understand Sahaja Yoga is the central point of it. Everything in the center one should try to do. Not one extreme to another extreme. If you talk too much and jabber too much and if you are fast, try to reduce your speed by alert looking at it. You have to be alert. See, my speed is going on. There's no need for me to talk. Let me stop. But those who do not talk at all also not. So those who talk or those who do not talk have to understand only one thing, that whatever we talk in the center. Once you understand that, your responses to things will be absolutely central, balanced and beautiful. Now, this is all for me, I can say at this time, because the time is short also for us. We have all enjoyed our stay all over. I think so you all have been happy all over, and we have worked it out very well. And it has been quite a lesson to all of us, and also a very great experience of enjoyment. So not to feel guilty about anything, because feeling guilty, you do not get over it. Feeling guilty is an escape. You must face it. You must face it and see, correct yourself and be one. That is a much better way than to just to go on feeling guilty or aggressive. That's not the way, because I think it's not meant. So if you understand these few points on these two chakras is Navi and your heart. If you understand these 2 points clearly, that you must keep it clear. And the expression of that will show in your behavior, in your dress, in your walk, gait, talking and everything outside. But you cannot go from outside inside. Supposing somebody says that already, Mother, I have combed my hair very well, so I am alright. It's not necessary. Even if you have combed your hair, you might be possessed by a truth. But at least there's less chances. So one has to understand it that it has to be worked. I think this must be really screwed into your head, that Sahaja Yoga is to be worked out. You cannot just tell yourself, oh, I'm very happy because it pampers your ego, or very unhappy because it is struggling through your supervision. I'm not very happy, I'm very happy or I'm very unhappy. That's not the way. You have to be in joy. And these things can work out. You should have patience with yourself, love for yourself, and dignity. That you are Sanjogis, every individual has to work it out for himself so the whole can be alright. There could be some people who are only worried about others. Worry about yourself and see the good points of others. Not the bad points, but good points of others. And also, if somebody has to tell you that you must organize, go fast and all that, not to feel bad. We have to be like that. We have to be very quick. We have to do so much work in this world. We have no time to waste. We have no time to waste. It has to be very quick, and we have to be very prompt and healthy about it. As you know that in this trip you have seen that how much work I have been doing compared to you. And I am so much older compared to you. Or I should say that Mother, you are Adi Shakti, but I am your ideal. In any case, if somebody is your ideal, try to become like that person. Try to imbibe those qualities in you. So now I may have to bid farewell to most of you who are going away. I hope I'll be able to see you, but as you know, I have programs and programs and programs. I don't know where I'm going to stay and where I will be. In any case, I'll try to be there. So the program is today. I have a program which I have to go for. You don't have to. Now we are going to Karwa where you will have your lunch. I will be there. In a village way, they are cooking something for you. What about the position? Sit down, sit down. Mr. Murthy. Listen. Also called Kaushi and her husband, and these gentlemen. All right. So, next. Call also Kaushi and her husband would be, but more South Indian should be here. Kamala. You also come along. You also come along. Sit down. Put your left hand towards me and right hand on the mother. Be good. Give his right hand towards me, left hand like this. Yours, yes. Right hand towards me, left hand up. Right towards me, left. Now. We are all normal. Those who have right side problem should put right hand towards me and put left hand. Those who have left side problem should put left hand towards me and right hand on the mother. That's all. Simple as that. Close. And if both the hands are alright, you should keep both the hands towards you. That's right. So the right hand towards me for those who have right side problem. So, we have to understand now, unless and until the Sahajogis in Madras become established, we cannot achieve much results. That is one thing. This is the foundation. The foundation has to be very strong. Otherwise, we cannot save other people, because if we are ourselves not rooted down, we will ourselves get uprooted. So we should ourselves be in such a position that we become absolutely beyond catching, beyond any problems of that kind. Also in our thought we should be correct. Otherwise we cannot get hold of us. Now, as you know for definite that there has been two types of people in God's seeking also. Those who are the people who say, go on asking questions, many questions, because they have been to other temples, this, that, this, why not this, why not, why. For example, this gentleman, maybe like that. Are you asking questions? Too many questions? Yeah. Because you ask questions because you're very right side. But questions cannot answer. You have to grow into such. So tell your mind to keep quiet. You see, mind is also like a donkey. You must know how to control it. If you go behind the mind, then it will kick you. If you go in front of it, then it gives you, you can hold it and do whatever you like. It sees your mind. So you don't try to play with words. Now try to grow. That is very important. Otherwise, you cannot achieve anything neither here nor there. So, if you find water in one place, in one well, then you must dig it in that place. If you go on digging everywhere, how will you have a well? So, too many questions is not wrong. And there are some people also who come to surgery. Maybe I don't know what you do these days, but still the Kundalini is not still. The reason is, even now, after this, if you are going to some other places, you will be catching, and we will be catching very well. Because if you bend now before me, you will see, your Kundalini is not still. Now, you have to make your Kundalini first of all still. Then, you have to become in such a way that you become nirvichara. That's important because only nirvichara your Kundalini grows. That is one point you must understand. Now, to become nirvichara, you see, there is a mantra, Tvameva Sakshat Sri Nirvichara. But if you allow these vicharas to come all the time, if you start, oh, this thought is coming, I must meet that person, I must go there, I must, then you say, no, not this. Then neti vachane nigamo. Really, not. So, Kundalini will stop your thought, no doubt about it. But first of all, you must see that both types of thoughts. One is a thought like questioning, another is a thought of attractions for other things. Like somebody is going now to say Tirupati. Tirupati is all right. Nothing wrong with Tirupati is first time. But when you go to Tirupati, what happens to you? When you go to Tirupati, there are all these horrible so-called Brahmins around. They'll put a tika on you. The atmosphere is not nice. The people are not religious actually. They are just trying to be funny. So when you go to Tirupati, it's best is that you first of all establish yourself and then go, then you will see the vibration. It will be one week. But without that, it's still shaking. Right? Just see. Now put your hands up with pleasure. Sit down. So allow yourself to be without thought. Now when you start doing that, you see, the thought comes, then you should say, I forgive. That's the mantra for Agni. If you say, I forgive, it will go. But people who feel tempted still to go to other places, do something else about it in the name of religion, must understand that they have to, first of all, cleanse themselves of that temptation. Because this body is always fighting the spirit. Alright? Fighting the spirit. So this body is used to certain things. It is used to certain ways. Now if I tell you an example, there's a Hatha Yogi. I told him, sit in a Sahaja position. I said Sahajasana. But he will not. He will take all that roundabout thing and sit down. He will stand on his head and do the dhyana. Even if you tell him, now you don't have to do it, suddenly you'll find him jumping on his head. I said, what's the matter? Now, there was one fellow who used to do like this in Delhi. I was quite worried about him. I said, let me see vibration. Actually, he was possessed by a Hatha Yogi. He was possessed by a Hatha Yogi because he ran away during war. You see, what happened that he was captured. And then somehow or other he escaped. While coming, he went to some Arya Samaj burning house or some place where, whatever it is. There some Hatha Yogi got hold of him. So when he came, he had those Hatha Yogis on him. So he used to do all kinds of things. I said, I'm so much worried, mother. He's all the time. He said, I've never been to Hatha. I've never done Hatha Yoga, mother. I'm telling you, I just do it automatically. Then he started vomiting blood. Such a problem. His name is Mr. Rao. He was vomiting blood, doing all kinds of things. It took about 1 year for us to get rid of that Hatha Yoga. He said, what am I to do? Should I put myself in some frame? I suddenly go into that. So the body gets used to a thing, and then when it becomes jara, it goes to the left side more, and some badha from the Jada Shakti can capture. Once it captures, you are again there. Like saying some mantra. For example, people have, they said there is a mantra, somebody saying that mantra is there. Alright. So you don't have to say that. Stop. You can. Because the habit is nothing but the slavery of the matter. Matter gives you the habits. And once you get the habit from the matter, then it is not easy to get out till you raise your Kundalini. It's a vicious cycle. Because you cannot get rid of your habits, your Kundalini cannot rise. So as far as possible, you should try to keep your attention in the center and say, I am not going to do anything. Give up. I mean, you tell them not to fast, you say fast. No, mother, one day I must fast. And you fast, all right, but not in the name of God. Every day they do the same thing. So first you neutralize it. You are not forgetting God, you are not insulting anybody, nothing. The Guru special. See, look at this man yesterday. What happened to him? How terrible he was. And today he is not. But main thing one should understand that if we have to grow, we have to be without any thought. And whatever we were doing before coming to Sahaja was just a thought. Like in their Christians, they'll talk about Christ all the time. Oh, just now forget Christ, I am sitting before you. Now where is Christ? I am sitting. Where is Rama? Where is Krishna? Like Venugopalan said, you see, I don't know anyone. How will you know my mother? She's beyond me realization. Now, if you want to talk about others, I'll believe it because mother says that. But otherwise I don't know her. Now I know my mother, she's beyond me realization. But this is the trouble to stand in the present. Always we did that. When Rama was here, we used to talk about somebody else. That's Rama. Then when Krishna came, we used to talk about Rama. Now when I have come, we are talking about Krishna. Where is he? But surgery must understand. Now to neutralize all these things, you give up it. The first and foremost thing you have to do is to establish your meditation in any akar manner within yourself. For that, all these akaras in your head should be given. I am a sakar, a living body before you. I am not a dead body. Alright? My photograph is also of a living body. None of these incarnations had a chance of getting a photograph. Even their photographs, even their murtis, everything, what they are doing, they are making a business out of it. They make out of plastic, they make out of something like lead or something dirty stuff, sell it for 2 rupees, 3 rupees. Now this Kashika Ganda is very common. Horrible that one is. All these Brahmins in Kashi Vishweshwara are Romans. Do you know, most of the Brahmins who are in our temples are Romans. They came from Rome when they were defeated, all the soldiers, and came and settled down in Maharashtra and Goa, that part, Konkan. They became Kokanasthas. And then they were, because they were Haidi people and all that, they came and they thought that the Hindu religion was good, so they said, all right, we become Kokanastha Brahmins. They started practicing Hindu religion, rituals and all that, because they were very meticulous, they did it well. You must have noticed that sometimes the foreign surgeries are better than the Indian surgeries. They are meticulous and they put everything properly, they understand procedures and stuff. So, Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya thought these are very sensible people, they do everything nicely, so he put them in different pithas, also he put them. Even in Kashi Vishweshwara, these people reached there. Some of them he did appoint, but some of them reached there because as relations, this, that, they all went. Now, first generation might have been alright. Second generation, third generation, they came down to their Roman styles. So most of these Brahmins, they all look alike. Whether you go to Kolhapur, you go to, say, Kashi Vishweshwara, you go to Pashupatinath in Nepal, all of them look the same, they are all Kokanasthas. Brahmins from there. Nambudaripat, of course, I think were taken to Pashupatinath. That's what I heard, that they were taken. But there also I found some Kokanasthas sitting. But maybe some Nambudaripat were taken there to do the worship in Nepal of Pashupatinath. All kinds of horrible mantras were seen. I was looking like that to them, and they were quite worried why this lady is getting angry. Then I went and told them, why don't you say your mantras properly? What is this? This is Shiva's temple. What mantras are you saying? They got a fright. Then they got their books and started it. So they are Thagavidya. Alright? So that's why I say just now you should stop everything, take to Sahaj method, go deep into it. First achieve your depth in Sahaj. Then you start going to other places, you will see what is right, what is wrong. How far to go with people, how far to talk to them, how far to do this. Now, the people who are asking questions, anyone, they don't ask questions to Brahmins. So what? He says, Brahmin says, alright, you start fast on Guruvara, alright, Guruvara fast. As if Brahmin is such an authority that whatever he says is correct. He says, alright, you please, your wife, cut her hair, make her go on the ground and put water on her. Alright, that's the vow. She does it. Whatever they say, you start doing it. Whatever. And most of the 99.9% things they have told us is wrong. Firstly, they are not realized yet. Secondly, they are not even God fearing. They have made a business out of it. This is the problem. And the other Brahmins, they do not know about these Brahmins what they are up to. It's all money-making proposition. If you go into details and see, you will find that they are taking money from everyone, whether it's the Brahmin, non-Brahmin, everyone. They are the best business people, sitting down there, making nice business. You cannot make business of God, that you know inside. So now, from outside, you have to go inside. From the gross to the subtle. To going to the subtle is only possible if your Kundalini rises. So first of all, finish the gross, whatever it is. Don't go to the gross things. Now come to them. Then you must meditate. You have to meditate. Once you meditate, what happens? That your Kundalini rises. It rises because from my photograph you get vibration. So it rises. But help the Kundalini to rise. But if you do not know how to do your meditation properly, it will work. So you have to cleanse yourself in your house, morning and evening. And must meet in the collective. If you don't meet in the collective, also you will get it. I know so many cases, I cured them, they were alright. They are doing at home, again they get it into trouble. You must come to the collective. You must meet everyone. It is not, you are just sitting down here, alright, I am doing it in the house, I will not. This is all a kind of an escape. And remember that escape from God, is it a good thing? Why should we escape God? We should be all the time near God, in His presence, enjoying it. So the collectivity is very important, but many people who cannot become collective. I have seen that. It's very difficult for them. And so many so-called rich and all this kind of people who come to me, big position, this, that, they come to me. And they get cured, this thing. Again next year they are back on the seat. I said, why? What happened? I cured you. Now I have another job. So every year am I supposed to cure them? I said, am I supposed to cure you every year? The way you are having your troubles all the time. No. You cannot tell them that you have to meditate and you have to grow big. Your position, your money will be all left. What will go to God is your realized soul. That is going to have an end to God's side. Nothing else going to go there. So remember that you have to enter into the kingdom of God with a realized soul, nothing else. If you remember that, then you will know that first and foremost thing is that our growth must take place. Now the growth of these roots which are in our head takes place only when we nourish it with Kundalini. To nourish it with the Kundalini must rise. For the Kundalini to rise well, we must practice rising of the Kundalini and opening of the chakras. Also in the collective, when we are there, this expands with the help of others. Because we are one collective being. That is who? Virat. Who is Virat? Is the brain. In the Virata body, the brain is the Virat, heart is Sadashiva, and the liver is Brahma. Hiranyagarbha is the Hiranyagarbha. So we have got, in the head we have got Virat, we have got Sadashiva, and we have got Hiranyagarbha. Now that is reflected in you. So you have got in your brain Sri Krishna as Virat, you've got Shiva in your heart, and you have got on in your liver Brahma. This is what it is. So when it is all within ourselves, why should we bother about it? Alright? So this is what one should know. And Sahaja is not meant for people who are frivolous. It's not meant. It's not meant for people whose heart is not clean. It's not meant for people who just are selfish. Those who give to others only will rise. Before asking questions, you ask one question to yourself: what have I done about Sahaja? How many people have given realization to? If you are the light, you have to give the light. That's the point. And this is what, when we miss many a times, we don't understand. Then only we can form a group which is integrated, which is one with God. That group is going to help us. Nothing else. You'll find it difficult for Sahaja to grow, naturally, because you have to become something. Sahaja is not that I give you a certificate, now you are a path, you are a Sahaja. No, if there's no certificate, no membership, nothing. You become means inside you become, with Antar Yoga. So this Antar Yoga must be achieved. And to achieve that, you cannot do any ritual, nothing. You just do meditation properly at home, and then you go to the center. And in the center, of course, they have got records, they call my tapes, you can listen to them. Every time you listen to one tape, you'll find new things. It's a very different style of a tape. So now, if you listen to one tape, you write it down, what you've seen. You listen to another tape, you write it down, what you've seen. Then, manana, think about what Mother has said. Now, many people that come and say, oh, Mother has said. Don't say, never use it. Mother has said, like Sunday, watch. No. You practice it in your own life. To tell others, people are very good. I've seen this very common. Mother said so. I may not have said it. Mother said so. See, that should happen. Mother says so. What do you say though? What do you have to say is the point? What have you experienced is the point? What is your experience? So all these things can be corrected if you try to understand Sahaja in its all perspective, that it is nothing but the inner growth of our roots that is achieved through the ascent of the Kundalini. Now, there is nothing to give up also. Like that, if I said it, don't do these rituals and all that, that's different. But you don't have to give up, like you give up your family, you give up your studies, you give up your, jobs, nothing. That's all right. That you have to keep. And such people who talk, oh, I don't feel like now doing job, means they are not serious. You have to be more dynamic, enthusiastic, much more. It never happens, I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like, then it's not. Slowly, you should find your health improves. If your health doesn't improve, there's something wrong. Then you find your temper goes down, you become a very normal person, your body becomes soft, not hard. See, komal, you become komal in the body, hands become komal, your talk becomes soft, your behavior becomes softer. Like some people you see they're talking like this, then they become, their hands start moving in a softer way. Not artificially, but really, they become softer people. In their everything, they become sweet and very magnetic. The whole thing works out. In case you know that you have to improve in every way. So this behavior outward is gross. Secondly, your interest in gross things goes on, not bother about your gross things. So your priorities change completely. Entirely your priorities change. And of course, as I told you, mentally, physically, you feel very much at peace with yourself. No problem on that. All decisions, everything, major decisions you can take with vibrations. There's nothing to do. You have to use Sahaja Yoga for something nobler. Like some people try to see vibrations for every spoon. Should I use this spoon or this spoon? See the vibration. So you should not be childish. You have to be dignified about it. It's God's power. Immediately if there's a bad spoon you won't like it, you throw it away. So you don't have to see vibrations for this and vibrations for that. This is, Mother, you please vibrate this. You can vibrate everything. You have powers now to vibrate everything, to raise, to do it. So I would request you to keep to this proper understanding of Sahaja Yoga and establish a very powerful Sahaja Yoga center. It will be a very, very nice thing if you can do it. May God bless. Sister, what did you do?
My Prama Pranam to Mataji and also to my disciples, my friend Subarao, the senior company Bhangamani, and friend Dattatreya, with me for all the concerts in the south. And Rajkumar Bharati is my student, and also Shobha. I'm sorry I'm a little late, so anyway, I shall sing a बड़े ख्याल and छोटे ख्याल बड़े ख्याल in एक ताल and छोटे ख्याल in एक ताल दूसरे एक ताल राग गौरव कल्याण Hare
Mari
try and practice that technique that Shmataji taught in that talk, second talk, how to not think. So just watch the thoughts, and if any thought comes, just say not this. Keep attention themselves there. Just keep watching the thoughts.